This past month has been packed with transit news, both good and bad, so it is only fair to make a video covering all of these news. Without further ado, let's get started. On June 3rd, the Roosevelt Islander reported that the MTA will be implementing the F&M swap at the end of this year. This service change was later confirmed by the MTA during its board meeting. The F&M swap will switch the tunnel they use between Manhattan and Queens from 6 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. on weekdays. The F train will run via the 53rd Street Tunnel and the M train will run via the 63rd Street Tunnel. The rest of the two routes will remain the same. This service change will remove one of the two sets of merging conflicts near Queens Plaza, a major choke point of the Queens Boulevard line. I made a full video explaining the F&M swap. Check it out to learn more about this service change. On June 18th, the MTA announced accessibility upgrades and station renovations for 3 Metro North Road Harlem Line stations in the Bronx: Williamsbridge, Woodlawn, and Botanical Garden. Williamsbridge and Woodlawn Station will be completely rebuilt with new elevators installed at each platform. The foundations and piers of the platform will be replaced, and an internal system that can melt snow will be installed. There will be other station upgrades such as replacing stairways on the platform, extending the platform, etc. Botanical Garden Station will also see major improvements, including the replacement of the elevators, structural repairs to both platforms, upgrades to the stair, ramps, and walkways, replacement of the historic wood canopy, build new canopy shelters on the southbound platform, and other station upgrades. On June 23rd, the Financial Committee at the MTA approved the purchase of 316 new M9A rail cars. 160 of them will be for the Long Island Railroad and 156 will be for the Metro North Railroad. The M9A rail cars will be built by Alstom. Pilot cars are set to be delivered in 2029 and enter railroad service on LIRR in 2030. All M9A will be delivered by 2032. Currently, the LIRR and Metro North Railroad still operates M3 and M3A rail cars that were built in the 1980s. The M9s on the LIRR has replaced some of the M3s. The M9A rail cars will be replacing the remaining M3s on the LIRR and all M3As on the Metro North Railroad. The M9A rail cars will feature various modern features, including glass windows, USB charging ports, and accessibility improvements, including automatic doors for bathrooms. The first phase of Queens' redesigned bus network is set to kick off on Sunday, June 29th. The redesign has been a multi-year effort to improve bus service in Queens, the fastest growing borough in New York City. There are many changes in this bus network redesign, but the biggest change is perhaps the introduction of rush routes, which aims to quickly take passengers to and from the subway. You can learn more about this redesign on the MTA website. Enter a route and you can see what changes are done to it. The redesigned bus network will be implemented in 2 phases. June 29th will mark the start of the first phase. The second phase will start on August 31st. Also starting on June 29th, 16 local bus routes across the 5 boroughs will see improved service. This includes BX10, BX17, BX23, BX28, and BX38 in the Bronx, B17, B26, B74, and B103 in Brooklyn, Q13, Q28, Q35, Q43, Q66, and Q69 in Queens, and S46 and S96 and S79 select bus service on Staten Island. The MTA says that service will increase on these 16 bus routes, and it is in addition to the enhancement on 8 express bus services earlier this spring. Temporary platforms has been constructed at 33rd, 40th, and 46th Street stations on the 7th train as part of the Flushing Line Improvements Project. Because of station work at 52nd, 61st, and 69th Street, Manhattan-bound 7 local trains will be skipping 52nd and 69th Street and will be using the express track. In order for local trains to stop at 33rd, 40th, and 46th Street on the express track, temporary platform has been constructed at these stations. According to the MTA, all track work will be completed in the first quarter of 2026, and express service will be restored by then. While the news so far are all positive, there are some bad news for the past month. On June 26, the SEPTA board approved the operating budget for fiscal year 2026 with a 45% service cut and 21.5% raise in fares to fill a $230 million deficit. Based on the approved budget, starting on August 24th, 32 bus routes will be eliminated and service will be significantly reduced on all rail service. Special services like Sports Express will come to an end. A fare increase of 21.5% will follow on September 1st. More service cuts will come at the start of next year, with the elimination of 5 regional rail lines, more bus routes, and ending all services at 9 p.m., all starting on January 1st. Despite the efforts of transit advocates and state lawmakers, funding hasn't been able to be secured for SEPTA, leading to this massive service cut and fare increase. This service change will be absolutely catastrophic for Philadelphians that rely on public transit, and we need to act now to prevent this from happening. I will include a letter writing tool in the description. If you are from Pennsylvania, you can use it to write to your representative telling them to fund SEPTA now. I will also have a full explainer about SEPTA's service cuts in a few days, so stay tuned. Overall, we have a lot of good and exciting news throughout the past month, though the service cuts of SEPTA is truly sad. What are your thoughts on this month's transit news? Share with me in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.